integrity, courage. There's not a lot that can be said about the 45th governor of Wisconsin that you don't already know. He was first elected to the state's highest office in 2010. I remember that election. Scott was the first governor in U.S. history to survive the recall effort. It has been widely credited with restoring fiscal sanity in Wisconsin with the passage of numerous reforms that have saved taxpayers billions of dollars. He's married to Jeanette, has two wonderful sons, Matt and Alex. Please welcome the best governor in the nation, Governor Scott Walker.
First off, right in the front row, I should acknowledge the best First Lady in the country, Jeanette Walker. You heard from Alex, but next to Jeanette is Alex and Matt, who've been super sons, and it's great to watch them grow up. Let's give them a big round of applause. Well, as you just heard in the song as I came out, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to help move Wisconsin forward for 4 more years. But before we do, I need your help. You see, we won in 2010 with an army of grassroots volunteers. As Ron just mentioned, we won again with an even bigger effort than the recall election in 2012. And then we won again with a flurry of grassroots support in 2014. And as you all know, that didn't just help me and our outstanding Lieutenant Governor, Rebecca Clayfish. It helped us, you go back to Rebecca, absolutely. That helped us create and then grow Republican majorities, as you just heard about in the State Assembly and the State Senate. It helped us re-elect our outstanding United States Senator, Ron Johnson. And those grassroots efforts helped us deliver a Republican victory in the presidential election for the first time since I was in high school in 1984 with the election of Donald Trump and Mike Pence. That's why I need your help. We need to do more. In 2018, we can defeat Tammy Baldwin and elect a new United States Senator who actually represents the people of Wisconsin. With your help, we can re-elect Jim Sensenbrenner and Paul Ryan and Sean Duffy and Glenn Grothman and Mike Gallagher. With your help, we can re-elect my good friend, our great Attorney General, Brad Schimmel. With your help, we can continue to maintain strong Republican majorities in the state legislature. And yes, with your help, we can keep common sense conservative leadership in the governor's office. You see, I'm ready. I'm ready, and I hope you are too, because it's funny, just about every day I hear from people, are you going to run for governor again in 2018? And I tell them, when we have record employment levels in the state of Wisconsin, the better question is, why wouldn't I run for re-election? That's right, in Wisconsin right now, we have more people employed in 2017 than we've had in the entire history of this great state. Heck, just last just last week we saw over 100,000 job openings on our state website alone. In fact, you want to get one? JobCenterWisconsin.com. It's right there. Plus, we have the lowest unemployment rate that we've had since April of the year 2000. And to put that in perspective, Matt and Alex were 5 and 6 years old the last time the unemployment was that low. In fact, I should brag on them for a minute. You know, Matthew last year, just after the state convention, graduated from Marquette University. He went and worked for one of my colleagues. We got him back home in January. He's doing digital for a bank in downtown Milwaukee, and we're pleased to have him back home in Wisconsin. Alex, as you heard a little bit earlier, is at the University of Wisconsin, and he graduates today at noon. So that's why I appreciate you letting me speak a little bit earlier here today, and he's done a great job there as well. And Tonette and I are so proud of the two of them, which I should actually say an extra thank you for Mother's Day, because the two of them are who they are overwhelmingly because of their mother, not just because of both their parents, but because of Tonette. And when I look at the two of those fine young men and what they're doing right now, it's hard to imagine the last time the unemployment rate was this low. They were just starting their time in school, in elementary school. But that shows you how much things have changed over time. In fact, not only is the unemployment rate low, we now have we're one of the top states in the nation in terms of the percentage of people who are employed in the state of Wisconsin. In fact, specifically, like our signs say, we're a top 10 state when it comes to the percentage of people in the workforce. And it's not just when it comes to that area as well. We're in the top 10 in a whole bunch of areas. We're in the top 10 when it comes to not only the percentage of people in the workforce, we're in the top 10 when it comes to things like education. Our students have the top 10, are in the top 10 for ACT scores of any student group across the country. We're in the top 10 in Wisconsin when it comes to high school graduation rates. And we're in the top 10 when it comes to the number of fab labs in our schools all across this great state. There's plenty of other areas as well where we're in the top 10. We're in the top 10 when it comes to the reduction in the overall tax burden. In fact, specifically, if you look back over the last couple of years, Wisconsin outranks 43 other states in reducing the overall tax burden in one state versus another. But we're not done lowering your taxes. In the budget I've offered up to the state legislature, we propose reducing both your property and your income taxes yet again. In fact, if this budget passes, property and income taxes will be lower in the year 2018 than they were before we started in the year 2010. If our budget passes as is, or even better when it comes to tax relief, the cumulative impact of what's in this budget and what we've done thus far will exceed, get this number, $8 billion. How about that for tax reform? On top of that, we actually eliminate an entire tax in this budget. If the budget passes, for the first time since 1931, there will be no state tax on your property tax bill. How about that for going big and then big? But we're top 10 in other areas as well. We're in the top 10 when it comes to the percentage of people who have access to health care coverage for all of our citizens in this state. And we're in the top 10 even though we didn't take the Obamacare expansion nor set up a state exchange. We're still in the top 10. And our health care systems in this state are in the top 10 in the nation. We got a lot to be proud of. But one of the things I'm most excited to tell you about here today, because it just came out recently, Wisconsin is now in the top 10 states in the nation on the rankings of where to do business. Now let that sink in for a minute. You know, in 2010, when Jim Doyle was governor, when Democrats controlled all of state government, in 2010, Wisconsin ranked in the bottom 10 for places to do business, according to Chief Executive Magazine. Now the 2017 report just came out, and for the first time in the history of the rankings, Wisconsin is now a top 10 state. You see, under Republican leadership, Wisconsin is a top 10 state. Wisconsin is a top 10 state. Think about that again. For the first time, we're a top 10 state, and it's been because of Republican leadership in this state. Now, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I am more optimistic about the future of this state, the future of Wisconsin, than I have been at any time during my tenure as your governor. We have shown the world, not just our neighbors, not just other people across the country, we have shown the world that common sense conservative reforms work. But ladies and gentlemen, there is still more work to be done. I want you to know I am ready. I am ready to do more to lower the burden on the hardworking taxpayers. I am ready to do more to help increase student success for every child in this state. I am ready to do more to help build a stronger workforce to fuel our economy. I am ready to do more to support strong families to improve the next generation. And I am ready to do more to help people transition from government dependence to true independence through the dignity that is born of work. We are a top 10 state. We are now a top 10 state because we were not afraid to go big and go bold, to push reforms that move this state forward and in turn will help our country move forward. But I got to tell you, we're not done yet. There is more work to be done. And ladies and gentlemen, fellow Republicans, fellow citizens of this great state, I am ready. I am ready to do more. I am ready to do more to help move Wisconsin forward. And the simple question for you this morning is, are you ready?